everyone, I'm Heather Dawson and welcome to the first edition of RC Spotlight, a brand new show that spotlights one of Southern California's most prestigious communities, Rancho Cucamonga. In this show, we will highlight the lifestyle, business, and recreation amenities that make Rancho Cucamonga such a great place to live, work, and play. Throughout the city's history, community leaders have emphasized quality in their decisions, affecting housing, open space, recreation, and economic development. The results of these efforts are visible. Here is David Wiley to tell us more about how Rancho Cucamonga has developed into the beautiful community it is today.
For the first 70 years of the last century, the region that is now Rancho Cucamonga was primarily used for agriculture. The communities of Alta Loma, Etiwanda, and Cucamonga were home to acres and acres of vineyards that supported the numerous area wineries, as well as citrus and nut orchards, and even local canning and bottling operations.
The city had basically the major rail line, which was the Pacific Electric Rail, that went up to Alta Loma and Etiwanda so that there could have packing houses there along the rail to get out produce to other locations.
But by the 1970s, families from LA and Orange County started moving to the area seeking affordable housing. By 1975, there were concerns about how the region was growing and how it would develop in the future. So area leaders formed the Tri-Community Incorporation Committee to push for cityhood. And in late 1977, voters approved incorporation and the city of Rancho Cucamonga was created with an initial population of about 44,000. And it was that first city council that really set the stage for future development in Rancho Cucamonga.
In the early 80s, the city actually created their first general plan, and at that time, it was the city with a plan. They really wanted to look at the opportunities throughout the community and plan for the best possible development. So at that time, they started looking at where the major commercial development should be, where existing residential uses were, and how to identify the best locations to keep compatibility between those different types of uses.
That plan set out clear guidelines for how the city would be developed for a multitude of uses.
It was identified in the north end that there should be mostly residential in the north end with some small neighborhood commercial centers, and that along Foothill Boulevard would be the major commercial, which was also Route 66. Later then, they looked at creating an office corridor along Haven Avenue and then industrial in the southern portion of the city.
With that plan from the first city council and the guidance and expertise of city staff, Rancho Cucamonga began developing large-scale housing in the mid-1980s.
For instance, Terra Vista planned community was developed, which had a multitude of different types of housing opportunities, including multifamily, single-family, as well as a very large commercial complex.
With the housing boom in the 1980s, Rancho Cucamonga's population exploded to more than 100,000 residents by 1990. So the 1990s brought a plethora of new projects to Rancho, including a new civic center, the Epicenter Baseball Stadium where the Quakes play, as well as the Empire Lakes Golf Course, a new library, and a new animal center. It was also at this time that the city set aside areas for industrial use, mostly south of Arrow Highway. By the early 2000s, the city's general plan was updated once again for creation of the 103-acre Central Park, development of the popular Pacific Electric Trail, and the massive 1.3 million square foot Victoria Gardens Mall. Today, Rancho Cucamonga covers more than 40 square miles and is home to more than 170,000 residents. And while development continues, there is a slightly different approach.
We still have some developable land, but not as much as we used to. So the city has changed in terms of how we're going to develop the rest of the community. We're looking at development that's more compatible with existing development in that area.
Rancho Cucamonga has certainly come a long ways in its first 35 years or so, but it is the city with a plan, and that careful planning early on can be credited for the successes of today.
I think early on identifying the plan for the city was very important because it really created the community identity that we have today. And one of those was to have great education opportunities, good community facilities, great services, and that's what we've done through the build out of the city and through the general plan. That's why people do move to the city, because of those services and the education opportunities that we have here in Rancho.
In Rancho Cucamonga, I'm David Wiley for RC Spotlight.
Want to find out how noodles are made? We're going to take you inside the world's leading noodle manufacturer right here in Rancho Cucamonga. Each month, 1 million boxes of Nongshim America's products are prepared and shipped to locations across the country. And that same number of boxes has also added up to 10 million individual packages per month of the foods Nongshim's consumers serve in their homes and on the go.
We looked through a lot of different cities throughout Southern California. In Rancho Cucamonga, I mean, right here where we're at, we just have a great hub of distribution of everywhere we want to go within North America.
Whether it's Nongshim steamed rice, ready-to-go snacks, or its most popular instant noodle brand, Shin Ramyun, the company is branching out to more than just its original consumer base.
Our major consumer is the Asian population, but we're trying to branch into the Hispanic population and the mainstream population as well. We have a wide range of products. We have spicy, non-spicy, we have cold noodles. We're trying to satisfy all the tastes.
Greater exposure creates greater demand. To keep up, Nongshim had to increase its original plant size from about 270,000 square feet to its current size of nearly 350,000 square feet.
We just expanded another 78,000 square feet. We just finished that in January. And we have a new production line in there already, and we have a target, probably 2014, where we're going to add another production line as well.
Nongshim has hosted guided tours of its American headquarters since the plant opened in 2006. In a colorful and interactive room outside the production area, guests are greeted by mounted video screens and samples of the brand's products to introduce them to the company. The next lesson teaches visitors that Nongshim is serious about quality control and safety, not only for employees but guests as well. From shoe covers and smocks to matching headwear, everything must be covered to shield the products and machinery from any form of debris and contamination. And even if just for a moment, this process also helps visitors feel like they're part of the Nongshim team. In 2012, nearly 1,000 visitors arrived at Nongshim's Rancho Cucamonga facility, ready to see how the brand makes the noodles that have been enjoyed for nearly 50 years. Along our tour, employees came out and allowed us to handle the freshly cut dough that's at the heart of the company's operation.
This is when it first comes out. You can see how thick it is. And then it goes through the set of rollers. This is raw dough at this point. It's with the flour.
From there, the noodles are deep fried, ensuring the longest preservation and shelf life possible, then molded and sent down the conveyor belts for quality checking and packaging. With 320 employees, these local residents are grateful to this global company for entrusting its brand and products to them.
Well, in general, it's like more work for the surrounding areas, for the people. Now also they bring a little bit of a culture here also, which it just gains them, or gives everybody more knowledge and more exposure to the Korean way of life and their foods.
From Nongshim America, this is Tiffany Carter for RC Spotlight.
Well, the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes Professional Baseball Club have helped put Rancho Cucamonga on the map in the sports world. Let's check in with J.R. Ibarra for an update.
It's the great American pastime where the spring, summer, and fall gives us the excitement and enjoyment of watching the grand old game of baseball. Aside from all the action that takes place on the diamond, one of the favorite aspects to watching a great night of baseball is the traditional time of eating peanuts and grabbing a hot dog or two during the 9 innings of fun. Minor league teams such as the popular Rancho Cucamonga Quakes take their night of baseball and entertainment quite seriously. And you can believe that a large part of that good time is based on the snack bar delights that is now getting an extra added kick with the familiar name of Tabasco.
I love Tabasco! Well, we We have a lot of stuff going on with Tabasco. Between innings promotion with Tabasco, family gets to circle the bases in the diamond race, their Tabasco diamond race. They have 30 seconds to complete the relay race, and then and then they win some great prizes from Tabasco, which is a fun one. We're also giving away Tabasco after the game tonight, which is very exciting. So 1,500 lucky fans are going to go home with it's actually probably the premium post-game giveaway of the year, sample of all the different flavors of Tabasco marketed here. And probably, one of the things we're most excited about is just the dining experience, here with Tabasco's available at all of our concession stands, for patrons to use, multiple flavors, which is great. 200 lucky people got a hot dog so they could step up their food game and try a hot dog with Tabasco sauce. So it's been a great night, neat night to have Tabasco involved really all season long.
It might be a bit different to put the Tabasco sauce on a hot dog, but based on fan reaction, it looks like a new tradition might be in the works.
Oh, I love the taste and I love the kick, and every time I come to the game, I put it on my dog.
I love the kick of Tabasco.
Players from the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes also have their unique ways of using Tabasco on their favorite foods.
I like Tabasco on my rice.
I like Tabasco sauce on my chicken.
I love Tabasco sauce on my burrito.
Fans at the Epicenter were also given an added treat at the end of the game that not only included a great fireworks show, but a little extra sample of Tabasco to carry on a very flavorful night of baseball. From the Epicenter, this is J.R. Ibar.
And now David Wiley takes us to another company that is growing here in Rancho Cucamonga and is also doing its part to stay green.
In today's economic climate, it's becoming more and more important for companies to not only take care of their resources, but renew them. And no one in Rancho Cucamonga is doing that better than the folks here at the Coca-Cola warehouse on 6th Street. The Coca-Cola Distribution Center in Rancho Cucamonga covers some 10 acres, features a massive 138,000 square foot warehouse, and employs more than 400 people. The facility and its employees are responsible for delivering Coca-Cola products to stores and restaurants throughout the Inland Empire. Despite the massive daily task of providing beverages for thousands of businesses, the Rancho Cucamonga Coca-Cola warehouse has taken big steps to reduce its environmental footprint, making it the first local business to be recognized by the city's Green Business Recognition Program.
Well, companies have been challenged more than ever to reduce their carbon footprint, and this is why it's important that we take in what we take in and we recycle what we get back. So our goal is to be 100% recyclable. Everything coming in is recycled. Currently we're at 98%, which in the next 3 years our goal is to be 100% of whatever comes in the facility goes back out as being recycled.
And the evidence of that commitment to sustainability can be seen throughout the grounds. Inside the warehouse, where pallets of soft drinks are piled high, there is energy efficient and natural lighting.
All the lighting in the warehouse is either it's done through timers, through motion sensors, or we have skylights that help with the lighting as well too, where we can reduce the lights down to 0 during the day.
In addition, the forklifts used in the warehouse are all electric, creating an emission-free workplace. Now, a facility this size collects a lot of waste, so the warehouse has taken extensive steps to recycle and reuse the wood, plastic, and paper packaging and shipping materials that come to the site every day. Everywhere you look are clearly marked recycle bins to collect the various materials that pass through the warehouse so they can be reused.
This is actually our staging area where we keep all of our product before it's picked up by a third-party recycler. You see cardboard here, you see plastic, and you see wood. Last year we recycled 50,000 pounds of plastic through our shrink wrap and 80,000 pounds of cardboard. The wood you see here are broken pallets that they will be recycled as well too and turned into compost.
And the effort extends to delivery drivers as well, with a special area for them to drop off recyclable items after returning from their route. Now, the truck fleet itself is very special, with many of the bright red trucks being reduced emission vehicles.
This is a hybrid electric truck. There's currently 11 of these in motion in Rancho Cucamonga, delivering to all over the Inland Empire. They produce 30% less emissions and get 30% better fuel mileage than a normal diesel delivery truck.
Nationwide, Coca-Cola boasts some 750 of these reduced emission trucks. And while the Rancho Cucamonga facility began many of their green efforts on their own, local officials have been able to help them make improvements.
We've actually worked with the water company to lower our levels of water usage for irrigation, and we've looked at our electrical usage, and they've also sent in the electric company to help us look at where we can save more energy as well too. We thought we were doing a lot, but they've also pointed us in the right direction to help us save even more on water and electricity.
So with the warehouse and its employees working so hard to conserve some 98% of the facility's materials and energy, Coca-Cola proudly displays the city's Green Business Recognition sticker on their front door.
And it's not just 1 or 2 employees, it's the 400 plus employees that work here, and it's hard work to do this, and it's just a great honor that we're able to be a part of it and be the first company to be honored with that green recognition.
From the Coca-Cola warehouse in Rancho Cucamonga, I'm David Wiley.
Well, it takes a lot of planning to keep the city of Rancho Cucamonga thriving. Here's more from the planning department.
Hello, and welcome to the City of Rancho Cucamonga. My name is Candace Burnett, and I have the distinct pleasure of serving as the planning manager for the City of Rancho Cucamonga. The planning department functions as a professional and technical advisor to the Planning Commission and the City Council on policy matters and issues concerning the physical development of the community. And with a little over 40 square miles of land and a population of nearly 170,000 people, this task is not easy. However, our current and past leadership have done a great job of maintaining a high quality of life for all those who live, work, play, and learn in our community. We are excited to share this video with you and highlight the many accomplishments we've had this past fiscal year. In it, you will meet many of the people that have worked hard to facilitate the growth and preserve development in the community.
Hello, my name is Dominic Perez, and I'm a planning technician for the Rancho Cucamonga Planning Department. One of my many responsibilities includes answering public questions regarding the city's development standards while providing a high level of service to everyone doing work in the city. This service is provided at the Rancho Cucamonga Planning Counter website and over the phone. In fact, this past fiscal year, we answered just over 5,000 calls concerning a variety of issues dealing with development in the city. Also, this past fiscal year, we had just over 6,300 visits to our public counter. We look forward to working with you in the future.
Hello. My name is Lois Schrader, Planning Commission Secretary, and welcome to the Council Chambers. This is where the Historic Preservation and the Planning Commission meet every second and fourth Wednesday of the month. Our Historic Preservation Commission and the Planning Commission are made up of the same 5 members. All are city residents appointed by the City Council, and they serve for 4-year terms. The Historic Preservation Commission's role is to review applications related to our historic structures and sites. The Planning Commission acts upon entitlement requests such as design review applications, entertainment permits, tentative parcel, and tract maps. They also review development code, specific plan, and general plan amendments. Some of the members of this body also serve on other committees, such as the Design Review Committee and the Trails Advisory Committee.
Hello, I'm Frances Howdy-Shell, the Chairman of the Planning Commission. It has been my distinct pleasure to serve on the Historic Preservation and the Planning Commission since 2007. I believe this commission and the commissions of years past have really played a major role in ensuring the quality development that you see all around our city. Rancho Cucamonga has received many awards for design and for its planning documents. My fellow commissioners and I strongly support and partner with the City Council and the planning staff to get the very best in development for our city and to protect and preserve our historic roots for the enjoyment of our residents. We are really happy to serve you.
Hello, I'm Mike Smith, Associate Planner. Current Planning reviews applications for commercial, industrial, and residential development within the city. We review plans to verify compliance with the city's technical and design standards and guidelines described in the Development Code and the policies and goals of the city's general plan. The city has grown significantly since I began working here in the year 2000. Although the economic downturn affected the pace of development throughout this region, development applications continued to be submitted. And development projects that were approved within the last few years are now under construction or pending construction, including 2 industrial buildings with a combined floor area of about 227,000 square feet, and residential subdivisions by Lennar Homes, Crestwood Homes, and Lewis Van Dale. All this activity is the result of the teamwork among the other city departments such as engineering, fire construction services, and building and safety. It is also the result of the city's partnerships with the business community, developers, and the city's residents.
Hello, my name is Jennifer Nakamura, Associate Planner. Advanced planning works on long-range planning efforts including the general plan, Development Code, Intergovernmental Relations, Community Development Block Grant Programs, Historic Preservation, and other special projects. Our Development Code was updated in August 2012. This was the first comprehensive update since the code was first adopted in 1983. Various departments use the code every day, and the update was a crucial step to ensure that the development requirements, standards, guidelines, and policies for the city are up to date. The Acela Automation project currently underway will replace the existing software that staff uses today to process permits in all development and land use applications. The project will not only replace the existing system, but will also greatly expand its capabilities. New capabilities will include full GIS integration, plus integration with the business license and the Rancho Response CRM system, increased citizen access, and support for mobile use via laptop and tablet devices.
One key function within the planning department is economic development. At the core of our economic development activities are our business attraction and retention efforts, our business support services, and our community partnerships. This past fiscal year, we saw a number of new businesses successfully locate into the city. One example is Foscheck. Foscheck is a manufacturer of fire-retardant products used to fight fires. Foscheck moved into a previously unoccupied building and will create 3 to 4 new jobs this year. Our business support services have also provided a valuable resource to our business community. The Small Business Development Center provided consultation services to over 80 business owners. They also hosted 25 training workshops throughout the year. These efforts have resulted in a $500,000 positive economic impact in the community. Finally, this past year, the city, in partnership with the local Chamber of Commerce, the state, county, surrounding cities, and private businesses hosted the Inland Empire West End Job Fair. More than 2,000 job seekers attended this job fair. This event has been very successful in connecting local companies with prospective job seekers.
Hello, my name is Tava Vanderswag, and I'm an associate planner in the planning department. One of my key responsibilities in the department is reviewing the wide variety of development applications submitted to the city. This past year, I had the pleasure of working with Evolution Fresh, a juice manufacturer that is a subsidiary of Starbucks. Evolution Fresh relocated their operations to Rancho Cucamonga into a larger 260,000 square foot facility that will eventually create over 100 new jobs in the community. We assisted them in fast-tracking the development application and helping them to achieve their aggressive business opening schedule. We are also working on fast-tracking Inland Empire Health Plan's development project to meet their business schedule. IEHP is a nonprofit health plan that serves over 570,000 members in the Inland Empire. IEHP is relocating to a 207,000 square foot office space in Rancho Cucamonga and anticipates creating more than 300 new jobs over the next several years.
Hello, my name is Tom Grahn, and I'm an associate planner in the planning department. One of my key departmental responsibilities is the administration of the city's Community Development Block Grant Program. Rancho Cucamonga is an entitlement community and receives CDBG funding directly from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. The city's CDBG program includes various capital, historic preservation, home improvement, and public service programs that assist low and moderate income households. The city's home improvement program provides grants up to $7,500 and loans up to $30,000 to income-eligible homeowners. This program provides primarily for emergency repairs, for instance repairing a broken air conditioner, water heater, or leaky roof, to mobile home and single-family homeowners, and assists approximately 45 homeowners per year. The city administers a mobile home rental assistance program that provides up to a $100 rental subsidy to qualified households. This past year, the city assisted 108 mobile home residents with their space rent.
Hi, my name is Mei Nakajima, Assistant Planner in the Planning Department. Under the Advanced Planning umbrella, we also administer the Historic Preservation Program. The Planning Department is staffed to the Historic Preservation Commission, whose goal is to protect the city's historic resources, while this growing community faces build-out within the next few years. Our aim is to allow the city to develop and grow without erasing its rich heritage that helps define our city. Some tasks include reviewing designations, alterations, and Mills Act applications, working with the public on development projects that may affect historic resources, maintain the inventory, and oversee that the goals of the preservation ordinance are put into practice. Some of the notable projects include the restoration of the Etiwanda Pacific Electric Depot, which is listed on the National Register of Historic Places, Funds have been encumbered to perform a re-roof to prevent further deterioration. We also worked continuously on the restoration and preservation of the Chaffee Isle House, which was recently completed. We processed the Mills Act application for the historic Cucamonga gas station on Archibald and Foothill, and the city has been working with a developer to relocate the historic Johnston House in Etiwanda. In May, we celebrated Historic Preservation Month and held our annual Local History Night hosted by the library. Local History Night is a fun event with music, games, and a chance for everyone to learn a little bit more about our local history. Local historic groups join us in efforts to educate the public.
Hello, I'm Donald Granger, Senior Planner in the Planning Department. Our planners are always excited to embrace new projects and to gain a glimpse of future development, especially when these new projects represent what is best about Rancho. Two offer new opportunities to families and another to industry. One project is a new residential tract by Pulte Homes that will offer 53 single-story homes in the Etiwanda Highlands portion of Etiwanda. This tract is an example of what is best about Rancho in terms of gracious country living. All floor plans are single-story homes on larger equestrian lots nestled along the base of our foothills, with floor plans ranging from 3,400 square feet to 4,200 square feet, and will feature Santa Barbara Revival, Ranch, Country, and San Juan designs.
Hello, I am Jeff Bloom, Deputy City Manager, Economic and Community Development. The Planning Department works collaboratively with other departments such as Engineering, Building and Safety, and Code Enforcement within the Community Development Group to ensure a streamlined process for development projects. We also work closely with the City Manager's Office for special projects such as Healthy RC initiatives, including developing a farmers market ordinance, applying for various grants, a complete streets ordinance, and other opportunities as they arise.
Welcome back. As you can see, the Planning Department plays a vital role in the development and sustainability of the community, and it is those decisions from our Planning Commission and City Council that consistently emphasize quality on matters affecting housing, open space, education, recreation, and economic development that have made Rancho Cucamonga a premier city in the Inland Empire. We hope that you've enjoyed this video, and we encourage you to contact us with any questions you might have. Thanks for watching.
And that wraps up our first edition of RC Spotlight. Remember, if you missed any part of our show, don't worry, you can always watch us online. I'm your host, Heather Dawson. We'll see you next time.
Listen to Uncle Johannes. Eisenbrahms make you grow up smart and successful so you can be a doctor, lawyer, handsome, genius composer. Like me.
Feed your kids the arts. Visit AmericansForTheArts.org.
Sounds like you could use some Van Gogurt. It's fortified with arts-rich nutrients to improve your math and reading skills. Catch!
Van Gogurt, thanks. So what's the deal with your ear?
Always with the ear, huh?
Feed your kids the arts. For 10 simple ways to learn how, visit AmericansForTheArts.org. Treat your family to Van Gogurt, packed with live and active culture to boost kids' math and reading skills.
It's sure to satisfy your hunger for inspiration.
Feed your kids the arts. For 10 simple ways to learn how, visit AmericansForTheArts.org.